But just talk about the feeling getting ready for another title fight.
Oh man, it's a different feeling, you know. I think going into that Chandler fight, there was a lot of emotion going into that fight. It was a really high intensity situation, you know, and now it's like you build up for that one fight and you get there and you climax, you know. Now you got to try to find a way to get back up there. So that's what I'm trying to do with this fight. Again, I invested so much emotion into that fight and so much energy into it. Now I'm trying to find that again, but you know, I've done pretty good at reevaluating things and setting new goals for myself, so it hasn't been that hard to get fired up for this fight, but I'm really excited about this. This is the opportunity to put a stamp on my championship.
I was going to say, it feels like, I mean, I think you said before, you already felt like champ anyway, you know, even though people were kind of questioning, or now you're the real champ or whatever, but, I mean, does it feel like you're still kind of establishing that and saying, like, I am a legit champion, there's no doubts?
I think so. I think once you get the title, it's that unwritten rule that, like, you know, you're not the champ until you defend the title. And I guess I had a second title defense with Chandler, but, you know, I guess you could put an asterisk on that one. But this one is officially my title defense, you know. So this one is the biggest one for me to let people know that I'm here. This is not something that's just going to be here for a second or two. I'm here for a long time, and that's what I'm trying to focus on this fight as. You know, it's just one of those things, man. It's a different feeling. You realize you're a champion now. You're defending something. You're not going after it. So it's pretty crazy right now.
What do you think about Dave? I mean, he's a guy, a very, very tough guy, been around for a long time, hasn't got to fight much because of the injuries. Just break him down. What do you see?
You know, I see a journeyman type of guy, you know, a guy that's kind of just weathered the storms over the years and kind of just been there, did enough to keep himself in the mix. And I don't see him as like a steamroller guy or a guy that people are like extremely impressed by. You know, I've watched a lot of his tape. My coaches have watched a lot of his tape, and we understand what he brings to the table, but we also understand that what I bring to the table. And he's a very basic guy. You know, basic skills, slow, kind of telegraph with his striking, and he puts out a high pace. You know, pushes a pace, a high striking count, but other than that, I haven't been really that impressed by anything that he's done.
I feel like you've been slow to get your due. Like maybe you're flying under the radar a little bit. Do you feel that at all? And is there anything? Do you think it's just because you're kind of a humble guy? Do you think it's? I mean, what do you think about that? Like maybe the respect that you deserve.
I think it was just one of those things where previously to the changes that Bellator has made, it was kind of easy for everybody to fly under the radar by the way that they were promoting the fights. There was so many tournaments, so many fights, so many fighters that you could lose track of some guys. So I think I was one of those guys that just was doing this thing and was working hard and winning fights, and kind of just got overwhelmed and got covered up by all the fights that was going on. But I think right now, with the format changing, with what Bellator is doing, with Scott Coker coming in and bringing in new people, and what Spike is doing, it's going to be a lot easier for guys like myself to really put ourselves out there and really be individualized in the organization. So I think the timing is just right. You know, the format has changed, so it's just an opportunity to really come out and show people who I am.
That's nice. They invested a lot in Chandler, obviously, and then you beat that guy down. Do you feel like, you know, I'm hoping they did that same little push behind me? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you expect, you know, you work hard, you go out there, you represent the organization in the best manner you can possibly do that, and be professional at all times and show up and do your job, and, you know, you earn these certain things, and I think I've earned that. You know, I went out there and I fought my fight twice. I stepped up the first time on a week's notice and went out there and competed and gave them a show, you know. And then the second time around, I went out there and put a stamp on that rematch. And I think I've done my job to let them know that I'm going to be here for a long time. So I deserve that respect and I deserve that treatment. So I've done everything I'm supposed to do.
What's most important to you next Friday night? Is it just getting the win, keeping that belt around your waist, or do you feel like you got to go out there and really put a stamp on it, to put on a show so people go, oh, this guy's for real?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going out there to put a stamp on this thing, and really go out there and really introduce people to who I really am. I think I've done a really good job with breaking down my career and showing people a little bit of this, a little bit of that every single fight, just so I'm not exposing myself, so guys can't figure out who I'm going to be, or the fans can't figure out who I'm going to be. So this fight, I'm going to be a different fighter. You know, every single fight, everybody's going to see something different, something new. So I think that's something that you have to be able to do in order to have a long career and have a healthy career and build a fan base. You know, you have to bring something new every single time. And this fight, I'm going out there and I'm gonna really open it up for the fans.